morning, good evening, good afternoon. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Oh, that's all three, isn't it? I've sorted it out. Listen, people, I am so happy. I have to share my happiness with you lot, right? Because you are all my loyal friends. You are the patriots of England. So there's a couple of things I need to tell you. First of all, Great Yarmouth first today. We're in 10 separate areas, so 9 constituencies, but one of them, a 10th one, was a Norfolk constituency for a district council, I believe, right? It's more difficult to win it. And they won every single seat, right? So every one of them team members are on the screen as we speak, including John Wedden of Lothingland, where some of our team members actually met him when we went to Great Yarmouth for the launch, right? Because we wanted to see who these people really were, right? And 4 of us went down there, and we did meet some of them, and we had a very good feeling about them. I can tell you now, they're different to people that you would normally meet in London, and I don't mean any disrespect to Londoners, but I do to some of the people. Where London has become an absolute shithole, right? Which is why I don't live in London anymore. I finally moved out and I live in Devon. I want everyone to understand something. This team done fantastically well. Not only did it do well in the face of lies on the doorstep from other parties, including Reform, who were probably some of the worst people. Labour got absolutely annihilated. The Conservative, and listen to what I say next, the Conservative and Union Party got absolutely annihilated. Labour annihilated, Lib Dems annihilated. But everyone come together in Great Yarmouth. The teams of people that went there to assist in the final week was a gift from God, right? That everyone marched forward. And again, I make reference to the leaflet, Defend Britain's Christian heritage, right? Restore Britain. All I'm saying to people is they've cracked it, they did it, but it was because people come together. Now, to make sure, and I will bring my screen up and come live in a couple of minutes, to make sure you're all aware of this, there was something crucially important about this area. Not only did they have a superb MP that was voicing the constituents' concerns and airing their grievances in Parliament, which is the job of a Member of Parliament, a Member of Parliament that is also mentioned in Parliament, the English Bill of Rights, there's also currently going through a court case, which I'm still waiting for. I'm surprised it hasn't been released today. Hopefully it will be. But most importantly, the whole team in Great Yarmouth come together as one. Everyone mobilised. One of the people, a reasonably young fella, I say reasonably young, he's a lot younger than me, Charlie Downs, as his first time out of the trap as a campaigns director, literally won and assisted in winning every single seat, right? So everyone out there should be giving a massive, massive English flag to these people, and understanding that there is a route out of this, or a route out of this, whichever way you want to describe it, whether it's an American pronunciation or English pronunciation. But these people have done an excellent job. And I now need to look at them English flags coming out there. What I'm going to do is take my camera off, go back to this. Listen, fantastic, right? And there's a few things I am going to be saying here. But I want to see the English flags and there's a particular reason I want to do that, because I want the people, if they watch this, I don't know if they are or not, right? But I want the people from Restore Britain to understand who we are and what we are. We are English constitutionalists. We are the vast majority of the people in this country, working class and middle class, and that we support England. So when they watch this video, they'll understand who and what we are, right? So again, hit the English flag in support of Great Yarmouth first, right? And restoring England, restoring Great Yarmouth, restoring Norfolk, and restoring England, right? There are many other people out there who will want to restore Scotland, restore Ireland and Northern Ireland, and restore Wales and Cornwall, right? But remember this, we are about England, right? And these are the closest group of people that I have seen that believe what I believe, right? And I've shown earlier on certain elements of that. Let's see if I can show you something on the screen as we speak. And again, I just want people to understand what this is. So on that desk, you can see a letter from the leader, Restore Britain, Rupert Lowe MP, right? But most importantly, you've also got these elements, which I've said to you, but the last part of that is defend Britain's Christian heritage, right? The people of England have been attacked, and all day, as every day, I was carrying around my silver coin, a man of faith, a warrior of Christ. And again, these have been sent to me. They are absolutely fantastic. And they did it for all of us in Great Yarmouth. So to make sure, let me go back to my normal screen. I'm grateful for all the English flags out there. Don't forget, sharing is caring. This isn't going to be a long one, and I'm going to tell you the reason why in a couple of seconds. Let me see if I can take that live chat off again and go back to our normal page. Everyone should understand that I've been in the Chase the Joker competition in my local pub. One of the reasons why I was in it and in it to win it was because I've seen in many parts of London the pubs shutting down and the community shutting down. And once the pubs go, the communities go, and that sense of community where everyone knows each other, have a beer, you get to understand people, you know the different trades in there, you can go and get someone to help you out, etc, etc, etc. So in that local pub, they did a competition called Chase the Joker. And I've persisted every week. And tonight, people, the day Great Yarmouth first won every single seat, Daddy Dragon won Chase the Joker and 4,500 quid, right? So today is a winning day. So I've obviously left some money behind the bar. It'd be rude not to. But I'm also grateful to my wonderful assistant and producer of the Full English show, Janet. They call her Janet the Witch. And she kept telling me, even weeks ago, and I ignored her.
3 months.
As men do. Shut up. As men do, right? She kept telling me what number to pick. 41. I'm telling you, it's 41. And she's known as Janet the Witch, right? And she's also known as Auntie Hitler. And I'm Uncle Hess. The point is, 41 come in. I opened the envelope. The whole pub was packed. The purpose of Chase the Joker is it was bringing people in because everyone wanted to come in and earn the money, but it was the regulars in the pub that kept putting in week after week, week after week, week after week, and building the pot up, and building the pot up, and building the pot up, right? If you ain't in it, you can't win it, right? You've got to be in it to win it. So then all of the other people, one like tonight, there was someone from another pub who only ever drinks in their pub. He's not been in another pub for probably the best part of 10 years, right? And he walked in. I said, have you brought Bert with you? He went, no, don't tell him I'm in here. He said he'll bar me, right? So, joking, obviously. But my point is, it had the desired effect. The pub was absolutely packed. And when my number was drawn out of the little lottery spinning thing that they've got out there, not my number, but my name was pulled out, two little ones drew the number, so we give them some money each, right? And my advice to them was put it under the floorboards and don't give the tax man anything. So, and by the way, his mum and dad agreed. So I won 4,500 quid or thereabouts. There's 500 quid behind the bar, and I've come away tonight to do this show. Right, so if I'm looking a bit blushy, it's because I was starting to steam in, and Janet the witch had to drag me out and said, "You got a show to do. Don't drink too much." Right. The point is, we're on a winning streak. I want everyone to understand. Buy a silver coin. Janet's got her eye on a ring. I had my eye on another ring. The one that I wanted to buy was only 28 quid out of an antique shop, but I do know about rings, and that ring is grossly underpriced. But just to let you know, I've always got an eye for a bargain. Who's Sarah? Careful, Sarah will want her cut. Right. Let me have a quick look. Slimming, put some lottery on DD. There's some other things in there. This will begin in. So on a serious note, I want to say this to everyone. There is a moral to today's story, right? And it is that for many years you've all been demoralised, that there's no one to vote for. I've always said I'm about England. If I start to see someone and leadership that comes forward and they align with most of what we want, you've always got to look. It's not about me. It's not about us, but it is about England and taking England back. The only real way of saving Britain is to save England, right? Because that is what these people are seeking to destroy, the common law and the Constitution of England. But I want people to understand something when I say this. They have demoralised and demoralised and demoralised. So people like you, me, and other people don't want to vote. What's the point? They're just going to do what they want to do anyway. This is different. And even though it was an exceptionally high turnout for council elections, something like 46%, I think it was, when it's normally 30, right? The people who haven't voted for years, and some of whom have never voted at all, come out and voted. This is the moral of the story. The left, the Marxists, and that includes Tories, that includes the Conservative and Union Party, they have tried to demoralise you to such an extent that when they import voters as asylum seekers and all sorts of other nonsense, illegal immigrants and illegal immigrants, and then give them British citizenship, and then give them the right to vote. The right to vote is ours. It was the English that stood up and won that right. It was going back to Peterloo in Petersfield in Manchester. It was us that died for that right. And I want you to all understand this. If you don't vote, these Jehovah's Witnesses are out there telling people not to vote, and these various groups of people, free man of the land nonsense, don't vote. You take yourself into their jurisdiction. Let me tell you something, them foreigners that are being given the right to vote with a British passport and a British citizenship are taking up the offer of a vote. And they are not voting in your interests. And people need to understand, if you want to win and take this country back and do it non-violently, do it in the great English way, it's to use the ballot box. To do it in such numbers that they cannot cheat. It is overwhelming. I can tell you now, this has put the fear of God into the Labour Party, into Reform, and the Conservative and Union Party. It has put the fear of God into them. I would not be surprised if they called an election very early, because they don't want Restore Britain to be organised and streamlined and not have the people ready. They will try to keep you off balance by doing that, right? That's why people like me, and there's many others out there, not just me, but we've said we will not stand against Restore Britain candidates, right? For me, this is, again, I've said it a million times. We have got an event coming up in Mablethorpe, working class town, seaside town, 5th, 6th, and 7th of June. Crucially important to everyone, because we're going to take some votes there, and it's the membership of the English Constitution Society, the educational element, and the English Constitution Party, because I need you as a membership to tell me what you want, right? I am just your mouthpiece. It's not about me. It's about us, and it's about England. And it's going to be crucially important as we go forward. What I will say, and people need to remember this, if you don't vote, you are complicit in handing this country to foreigners. You are complicit in handing this country to the CCP. You're complicit in handing this country to Pakistan. You're complicit in handing this country to Islam. And we as Christians need to stand up, and pagans, right? Pagans were just as much of a part of England as Christians. We need to stand up and take it back. And that includes the Catholics, right? Not all Catholics are bad people. The Jesuits, I'll grant you, are not good people. Not all Jews are bad people. Jimmy Goldsmith was an absolute blinder. But we need to push forward. I have seen a lot of nonsense from people like UNN Networks, David Clues, right? He's never run a political party as far as I'm aware. He's never had any skin in a game. He's never nearly bankrupted himself. He's never done any of them things. He's Mr. Gobby of the sweaty socks, right? I'm not going to be negative towards Scottish people. I think the Scots are wonderful people. I think they need help in taking back their country, but it won't be the English that takes it back for them. England will take back England, and Scotland needs to take back Scotland. And if they make a decision that they don't want a monarchy, if they make a decision that they don't want to be part of Roman law, they want common law, if they make them decisions that they don't want to be part of the European Union, I'm fine with that. But it's them that makes the decision, the 5 million Scots, as opposed to the English. So everyone needs to understand, and I'm being although I want everyone to understand, I do this nonsense that the English are the bad guys, right? The British, the unitary state, the centralisation of power is the problem. And what Restore Britain are doing is showing you. I mean, there's one step now, which is to go out and take the whole of Norfolk, right? And that's why I'm in Devon. Devon is so strategically important to England, right? Devon cannot fail, and people like me and others in Devon need to step up to the plate and take Devon back, because taking Devon back means you're giving back the future to the future generations. Cumbria is exactly the same. Lincoln is exactly the same. Northumberland is exactly the same. There are certain areas. There's areas of England that are in trouble. London's one of them, right? We're not abandoning London, but we need to take it back from the outside and then move on them. And that is exactly what we're going to do. But I do express my absolute, sincere, heartfelt congratulations to the entire team at Restore Britain. The campaign was fantastic. The mobilisation of the people, which is one of the things that I do when we go out and campaign, and people that tell you we've had 300 people there. There was some evidence in other elections, specifically in, and I'd like to show you the results that come through, where Advance UK got exactly 50 votes. It was an outlying figure to the rest of the card, right? The only way you can overwhelm the system is to come out and vote. Otherwise, you are complicit. That's all I'm going to say. But that said, we're coming up to the last 5 minutes of the show because I intend to go back in a pub and enjoy some of my winnings, if that's all right with you, right? So we've had a win today in Great Yarmouth. I feel that we are making progress. I want to make sure I express this to everyone. That we will never, ever surrender England. Ever. Right? People need to understand that. I will never surrender England. The English Constitution is the solution. And the only people who can push that forward is you, as the audience. So I just want everyone to understand how absolutely elated I am for that team. And again, just stand up for your rights. You have English constitutional rights. You have English common law rights. We gave the English language to the rest of the world, including the United States of America and their constitution, in more ways than one. But everyone needs to understand the English have had enough. We're not having a pop at Scotland. We're not having a pop at Wales. We're not having a pop at Northern Ireland. Certainly not Northern Ireland. They're more English than the English. And we're not having a pop at the people of Cornwall. But I do respect self-determination. And self-determination is the opposite to centralisation and unionism, right? That is a communist concept. No different to the USSR, and no different to the European Union, no different to Yugoslavia. But we don't want to get it to the extent that it explodes here. We can take this back without violence, with intelligence of working class and middle class people, taking it back from the political class. So that's it. I am going to say thank you to everyone. There's a lot more information I could put out tonight. I'm not going to do that. I am looking forward to a couple of events we've got coming up. I've got some more interviews. I've just done an interview with LSB Studios. But the most important thing is people need to understand that it is a great win. It is not minor. It is the biggest smack in the face to the political class, I would say, that has ever happened. I've never known anything. I've said it 4, 5, 6 times today. I mean, last night I lost sleep thinking about it. Bearing in mind that Restore Britain technically isn't my political party, right? I'm only focused on England, but I lost sleep last night thinking about it, and kept waking up, looking, and then obviously when it come out today. And one other thing I do want to mention, and especially to these people like UNN Networks, David Clues, Wolf by Wolfhead or whatever his name is on Twitter, and all these other people, you need to really understand something, right? That the English Constitution doesn't mention race anywhere, but our English Constitution supports banishment, otherwise known as deportations. If you rape or commit any indictable offence, otherwise known in the old words as a felony, you are highly likely to be banished from England. And I don't care if you're Scottish, Welsh, or Irish. I still believe you need to be banished, right? So this isn't a discrimination against black people or anyone else. You can be Polish or French, you're gone, right? But also, if you offend against the realm of England and you're an Englishman of many centuries gone by, you still run the risk of being banished from England. That's the English Constitution. That's the English common law. That's our old laws and customs kicking in, right? So don't anyone think that deportations is something unusual. It isn't. For England, what will be unusual is the amount of people that we will be deporting. And I can tell you now, we can change this country back. We can restore it. What you don't want to do is any form of reform, because any form of reform will do us no favours whatsoever. That's it. Good night. God bless. I am now going to go back in the pub, and hopefully there's still a few quid left in the whip. Well, we think there's a few quid left in the whip. Let me cancel that one. And I'm going to say again, congratulations. Vote a great Yarmouth first today, and many of you come out and did exactly that. There is the full team on the screen. Every one of them needs an applause. Every one of them needs an English flag flying to say, well done, you people. You did everyone proud today. A great team effort. Hopefully you can see some of that coming up. And you will see the English flags up on the screen. Hopefully. And there you go. Well done. We want to see a sea of English flags. So you will have a Devon flag on the back of my car, an English flag on the back of the car. My favourite sticker is still on it at the moment, which is, I speak English, not British. Good luck, good night, and God bless.